up, YouTube? Welcome back to another Warframe Showcase video. Today we're going to be covering Kullervo. He is a melee-oriented frame. Really fun stuff. Um, he's all about keeping your combo counter up, and he is really good at doing that. If you are a melee player, you like running around with swords and everything, you only use melee, he is someone I would highly recommend you pick up because his first ability amplifies your melee damage in the form of crit. He's really good at keeping up, like I said, his combo counter, and he has a passive that makes your heavy attacks swing faster and take less of the melee combo counter, so highly recommend them. Anyways, we've already touched up on some of it. We're going to go over his abilities. Once again, strong melee-oriented frame. I'm using his signature shotgun, because when you use it with him, when you hit enemies, it adds to your combo counter, so it's pretty good at that. And yeah, I did just form with him a while ago, so yeah. It's max rank, and still the abilities are max rank as well, since I'm LR1. Yep. Yeah, like I said, let's go into his abilities. So his passive, essentially what it does is he's able to use his abilities, like his melee heavy attack. It swings faster, and it's more efficient in terms of how it uses your combo counter. Going over his first ability, what it does is it has two functions. If you tap it, you will teleport to an enemy that you're aiming at, and you will do your heavy attack. If you hold it, you can teleport to a marked location, and if it's right next to an enemy, it'll trigger the heavy attack. And when you do the heavy attack, it also adds 200% to your melee crit chance, which can go up with strength mods. If you want to get the most out of this ability, I would highly recommend you mod for range and strength. And yeah, that pretty much sums up that ability. Oh god, I hear the Parazone. Stop. Okay, going into his second ability, Recompense. So essentially what he does is the daggers that are on his body, he'll send them out to rotate in front of him. There are 10 of them. Each one will go out and seek an enemy. If they hit an enemy, you'll get provided with overshields. But if some daggers miss enemies, they'll come back and impale you, dealing some damage to yourself. It's nothing too insane. You're not gonna like die from it, so there's that. Pretty good. It provides overguard, and overguard, as most of you know, prevents like any form of CC from other things, so you won't get like knocked down from a fire exodus and stuff. So really good ability, mainly used for overguard. You can, if you keep recasting it, you can stack up your overguard. What the cap is, I don't know. I haven't really like tested that out. And going over to his, if you want to mod for this battle, if you want to make it better, the amount of daggers is capped at 10. But if you want to get the most out of it, you can go with range and strength. Going over to his third ability, Collective Curse. Essentially what it does is it binds enemies that are, um, I say binds loosely. Like, it'll link enemies together to like this sort of like ethereal curse. And what happens is you hit an enemy who's like cursed, the damage will spread out to the other enemies, and they'll receive a portion of that damage, up to 100%. So you can, if you hit one, you can kill everyone with like one shot. Um, this is good for melee, but something I like to do sometimes is I'll swap out my secondary or swap out my primary for like, let's say, like a sniper rifle. I'll hit the third, and I will chain them all together and then wipe them all out in one shot. Really good stuff, honestly. I use it more for my weapons. I don't use it for melee. And then if you want to get the most out of this, strength and range, there's a theme with him. And then if you want to go for the fourth abilities, talking about that, my bad. It's called Storm of Uko. Essentially, what he does is he sends up his daggers within a certain radius around him, and it'll start storming down daggers, causing damage and upping his combo counter. And you can get the most out of this ability with range and some strength. Um, and yeah, that's pretty much what it does. Time to showcase your abilities. Now, as far as how I'm running with him, like I said, I am running his Rauta, which when you hit enemies with it, you will um, add to your combo counter. This one I was using it with him just so I can work on it, so I mean, it's there. And then I'm using the Zener Star because I'm an OG player before they reworked a bunch of shit. This used to be a really strong melee weapon for like defense and stuff. And now what you gotta do is you gotta get your combo counter up so you can hit your alternate fire or your heavy attack. It'll launch out that this can make an area of effect like place. Really good stuff. You'll see right now. And to show you all, I have no mods on this Warframe. I do have my build, but we're gonna be going over sort of like a beginner slash intermediate build. And yeah, let's get on to the showcase. Um, already have our enemies out. Forgot to go over the stats. This is him at max rank with no mods. He comes with 1,005 health, 0 shields. Um, he comes with 550 armor, 175 energy, and 1.1 sprint speed. So he's faster. He's faster than most frames at base. Okay, so we have 175 energy. I'm gonna show you the two functions of. Let me swap melee weapons real quick. Yeah, I'm gonna use it later for the demonstration, but I'm gonna swap melees for this. I use a door clip. It's just for the example. So here's what I'm talking about with the shotgun. So I'm gonna shoot this guy, right? It adds to my combo counter. Okay, so that's that. So like I said, if you want to teleport somewhere, you can hold the ability. You can teleport anywhere within a certain range. And if you teleport next to an enemy, you will trigger. There you go. You trigger that. And it'll also increase your melee crit damage by 200%. For a set time, I think. Yeah. And if you tap it, yeah. This is really good when you stack it with something with like, I forget the name of the mod, with crit chance per combo multiplayer, and he's really good melee buffer, honestly. That's showing off his first ability. Oh god, I still have overguard. I was testing something out. I can't get rid of it. So right now it's at 10,700. I'm gonna cash it right here. What's at 10,000? It went down. I don't know why it went down. I think that's how high you can go. Well, at base, that's the max health you can get. And if you cast it and you hit nobody, watch. You take damage to yourself. Nothing too crazy, but yeah. I'm gonna swap out the primer to show you what I was talking about. Bring out a sniper. Um, so with the third ability, you can Link them all together, and if you melee with them, they all take the damage. And if you shoot them, there you go. Love it. They get a portion of the damage, but as you scale it with um sorry, if you can scale it with strength mods, so they'll take full damage from whatever enemy you hit. And then showing off the fourth ability at base. Go here, you activate it, and as you can see, that's the radius, and that's all the damage it's causing to enemies. Really fun ability. So covering how they all play individually, let me switch back to what I was running with before. Um, running this and Zenistar. Now you've seen all that like base, right? So how would you approach modding him? I already put 2 form on him. I didn't even rank him up right now, but since I'm LR1, everything's already max rank, so it's not really a big deal. Okay, so modding, how would I approach that? Obviously, since he's all about melee damage, still charged, buff your melee even more. And then I want to go with strength and range. So I put this on prime continuity for some duration, flow for more energy. Um, hmm, put on some intensify for more. What's the word? Strength. What else? Throw on some transient fortitude for more strength. Throw on some. Where is it? Some stretch for some range. Throw on auger reach for more range. You can go at a little bit more duration if you want. I think I'm gonna go more strength. By the way, I know I should have said this earlier, but if you're looking for prime mods, if you don't have prime mods, the base ones work just as good. You can keep an eye for Barracuteer if you don't have prime mods. Corrupted mods like Transient Fortitude, Overextend, and some other ones, you can get those off the Demos Vaults. And if for whatever reason I'm using like a set mod, like let's say like the Auger Reach, you can farm those like Auger Reach and whatever other set mods off Cetus, Demos, and Fortuna. And yeah, this is just like an intermediate beginner build, help you understand what you want to mod for with him. It's not like meta defining, it's not like endgame. Um, on my late game build is to help me get through the content I need to go through, so there's that. But I don't go to like level cap stuff. I don't believe in metas in this game. It's all you, man. And if you can, if you feel like you make a better build, do it by all means. More power to you. Anyways, on to what we were doing here. What else would I need to make him better? He does need a survivability mod. He has no shields. He's just armor and health. So I would go with, where is it? I kind of want to play with this. Yeah, you can throw this on as well. Overextended for more range than strength, but you'll still be able to um, stay positive in terms of strength. And then um, you can throw this on. This you can get in demos to get a little bit of armor and a little bit more health. which is what he had. He has no health. Another alternate thing you can do if you have these mods, you can add, where is it? Um, you can add Hunter Adrenaline. Wait, is it this one? Yeah, with this one, what it'll do is any damage you take to your health will be converted to energy. So, but you're always gonna have Overguard, so it's not really gonna affect. Well, it says here, ally Overguard imitates health. Huh, that's interesting. I haven't played with this mod in a while. I have like a tank mod for Nidus, which is really good. But yeah, the whole idea of this is as you're taking damage, you're getting energy, and this is really good for like Warframes with no shields. So yeah, this is one of those you can get in Cetus. But yeah, we'll just stick with this for now and show you how the ability has changed. Now he has 498 in terms of health. Oh, forgot to spawn enemies. Spawn them in. So let's see, starting over here. I'm gonna hit him with the first. This is what happens when you tap the first ability. That's the disc I told you about with this. And then going over here, if you hold it, you can teleport anywhere you mark and go pretty far. And if you want to use it to teleport onto an enemy, you can hold it and just select where you want to go. And yeah. There's that. Kind of wish I could get rid of the overhealth, the overguard, or whatever, but yeah, going over here, I'm going to show you what happens when I toggle this now. Now I have 1,200 overshields. That's the max for Kullervo with the current strength. If you want to get more, you can up the strength. And going over here, they're all chained. You hit them. There you go. If you want to get it to everyone get like, if you want to make it to where everyone gets full damage from your attacks, you want to get to 200% strength. And then, this one is more focused on range, just cause. Yeah, look at how much it covers now. Yeah, that pretty much sums up how this build is going to work. I am going to go into a live demonstration. I do want to show off um, my build, but I'm going to do that here in a bit. Yeah, let me go to my ship. I will see you all there, and I will get kitted out for the mission we're going to do. Be right back. Alright, so we are back on my ship. I am already fully kitted out. Give you a rundown of what I'm running with on my build. Similar thing, Steel Charge, Prime Flow, Continuity. I'm running Amar's Hatred for more strength and armor. I have Stretch, Intensify for strength. I got Transient Fortitude for more strength. Vitality for the health. And Augur Reach for the range. I'm running Malt Augment to get me over that 25% threshold for the strength. And I'm running Malt Reconstruct for... Why am I running this? Oh, to heal myself. In case I get hit, I'm running low on health. If I cast an ability, I'll heal myself. So, it's a little bit of survivability. You can swap this out for... Where's the other? Multi-efficiency for more duration, if that's what you want. I'm just going with this for this added survivability just in case. And yeah, that's kind of how I run it. I'm not gonna do another cut. I think much like I've been doing, I am gonna go just into the mission. I do highly recommend if you have your schools unlocked, run Naramon. He's very good for Naramon is really good for melee oriented stuff, and it also drains your combo counter even slower than what it already does. So highly recommend running Naramon with Kullervo if you want to use him to his full potential. And yeah, let's see what mission we're gonna do. Um, Let me check something. 'Cause I haven't finished building Lavos, so I haven't been farming for him. Let's go all the way down. Lavos. I'm only missing the systems. See where I get that real quick. L5. You wanna play a game? If I get the systems this round, if you made it this far in the video. Oh, it's a lethal relic. Ooh. I'll farm for this separately because I don't like the way players do exterminate low levels when it comes to fishing missions because you can't really have fun. Um, I'm feeling serious, honestly. Let's do a mobile defense on series. Or do you want to exterminate? Um, we'll do an exterminate. Why not? Um, Normally we do like level 30 and higher, but I just want to showcase what's up, not take too much of your time. Yeah. The whole point of this live demonstration is show you how he's going to play, how you want to synergize him, his abilities to get the most out of him. I normally don't subsume warframes. I don't subsume abilities into warframes because that defeats a perfect. For me, it defeats the purpose of what warframes are and how they're unique. But that's the whole thing. I don't want to get into it. It's just personal choice. There you go. The third ability, I do see you're not going to use it as much unless you like want to hit them. Like you have to like be mindful of using it. I don't always use it. I usually just go from my first, second, and fourth. If I use my third, it's because I see a bunch of enemies that I really want to mess with like one shot. Also, it's good with incarnate weapons. If you have incarnate weapons, highly recommend you pair them with Kullervo. He's dead. The fourth, you do use it, but like when I use it, it's either because I'm either getting surrounded or to defend an objective. Or like you want to lock down an area, spread status is like the slash procs because it does. Ooh, that guy got messed up. If you want to spread like slash everywhere, like right now. That's why I wanted to do him over the fence. Oh yeah.
You have broken their ranks and they are on the run. Another successful
They're
mission.
dead.
Find extraction.
And yeah, that's pretty much what you want to do with him. That's how he synergizes. Not a complicated frame, really fun. Highly recommend them if you're like into just melee frames. I think one of the best ones out there. I pair it with the Zenistar just because I love the. I love having to do this because this, if you wanna make it last longer, it goes based off your combo counter along with the damage that goes with it too. Yeah, that's pretty much all there is to him. If you made it this far in the video, hope you leave a like, comment, let me know what you think of Kullervo. If there are things that I don't know that you can do, like sort of like hidden quote-unquote tech with him, let me know. And this look, by the way, I hope you like it. Because when this came out, I had just finished watching the movie Sinners, and this is inspired by that. So yeah, highly recommend y'all check it out, and check him out. Sinners is also a good movie. If you've never seen it, check it out. And I'll leave it there. Leave a like, comment, subscribe, let me know what you think, and I'll catch y'all later. Peace.